Could digging millions of tons of sand beneath a river truly change the course of history? What if I told you that China embarked on a seemingly impossible project, excavating massive amounts of sand from beneath the Pearl River, and in just 8 short years transformed an entire region's economy forever? Imagine a bridge so advanced it dives underwater, artificial islands built at record speeds, and robots patrolling beneath the riverbed. Today, we'll uncover exactly how China pulled off this mind-blowing feat and why the world may never be the same again. The impossible vision becomes reality. It all began back in 2016, when China quietly launched one of the most ambitious and complicated infrastructure projects ever conceived. Between the bustling megacity of Shenzhen, a global tech hub, and its neighboring industrial city, Zhongshan, lay a significant barrier: the mighty Pearl River. Crossing it required hours of detours or congested bridges, conditions that hindered growth, logistics, and the daily lives of millions. The Chinese government's plan was audacious: create a direct link connecting these two critical economic regions by constructing bridges, artificial islands, and an unprecedented underwater tunnel. Skeptics questioned the feasibility of such a daring endeavor, but China was determined. Massive dredging operations soon began, excavating millions of tons of sand from beneath the riverbed, laying the foundation for something the world had never seen. To achieve their bold vision, China assembled an army of engineers and specialized workers, alongside fleets of state-of-the-art machinery. The challenges were immense: powerful currents, frequent typhoons, and deep, muddy riverbeds threatened to derail the project before it even began. But the determination of China's workforce was unmatched. Month by month, teams worked tirelessly, day and night, reshaping the landscape beneath the Pearl River's swirling waters. The sheer scale of construction activity was mind-boggling, as ship after ship unloaded concrete, steel, and specialized underwater construction equipment. The world watched with astonishment and some skepticism as the Chinese pressed onward. Then came the construction of 2 artificial islands from scratch. The first, called the Eastern Island, took shape rapidly, stretching over 3.7 million square feet near Shenzhen's international airport. The second island, Western Island, arose mid-river, constructed meticulously to avoid environmental harm. This island would serve as the critical juncture connecting bridge sections to the underwater tunnel. By late 2018, the islands were complete. But beneath the surface, a greater challenge awaited: the creation of the longest, widest submerged highway tunnel ever attempted. Could China really build a massive tunnel directly beneath a raging river? And would it hold strong against nature's fury? What challenges would China face next? And could they really succeed where others might fail? Building beneath the mighty Pearl River as construction entered its underwater phase, the complexity and stakes skyrocketed. To create the record-breaking submerged tunnel, China had to fabricate immense tunnel tubes, each weighing an astonishing 80,000 tons, heavier even than China's own aircraft carriers. Engineers grappled with the sheer magnitude of moving these colossal structures, raising the question: how would they transport and position these massive tubes accurately beneath the river? In an incredible display of innovation, the Chinese developed a giant floating factory vessel, capable of carrying these mammoth segments one by one to their precise location. Hundreds of workers coordinated flawlessly, guiding tubes gently onto carefully prepared riverbed foundations. But traditional methods were simply too slow and expensive. So China once again flexed its technological muscle by deploying an underwater 3D printer, laying solid foundations swiftly and efficiently. However, working underwater presented unique dangers. Diving teams braved murky depths and powerful currents, risking their lives daily. On the surface, controllers monitored everything meticulously, but with such complex logistics, the risk of catastrophic error always lingered. As each tube found its home beneath the Pearl River, the tension was palpable. Would these tubes hold? Could human innovation truly withstand the force of nature? The entire operation hinged on precision, speed, and a dash of courage. Even minor miscalculations could doom the project or endanger lives. But despite the daunting odds, one by one, each massive segment connected perfectly. By 2021, the underwater tunnel was finally taking shape, stretching over 3 miles long, boasting 8 lanes and state-of-the-art safety features. And this was no ordinary tunnel. Equipped with adaptive lighting systems, robots for real-time maintenance, and even emergency navigation technology, China had thought of everything. Yet, even as the project neared completion, many still wondered, could this incredible engineering marvel truly function safely under real-world conditions? As the project entered its final stages, one question dominated the headlines. Would this remarkable tunnel hold up to real-world challenges? Or would unforeseen problems sabotage China's daring dream? What incredible hurdles would China face next? And could this project truly change the world? Bridges rising above the storm. With the underwater tunnel nearing completion, the focus shifted to the bridges, massive structures designed to connect seamlessly with the artificial islands and the mainland cities. But constructing bridges over the Pearl River presented its own set of unique challenges. This wasn't just any river. It was a volatile environment plagued by powerful currents, unpredictable weather, and regular typhoons capable of catastrophic damage. To confront these threats, China pulled out all the stops. Specialized towers, each nearly as tall as 90-story buildings, would form the backbone of the bridges. But erecting these enormous towers wasn't straightforward. Workers battled high winds, scorching temperatures, and dizzying heights daily. To mitigate these dangers, engineers designed an innovative, smart construction machine capable of processing steel rods, distributing concrete, and maintaining structures, all with minimal human oversight. Amazingly, this revolutionary machine cut tower construction time by 50%, significantly enhancing safety by reducing human presence in hazardous areas. While human workers remained vital, technology became their closest ally, dramatically lowering the risk of accidents. By 2020, these towering structures, fortified by thousands of steel rods and anchored deep beneath the riverbed, rose high above the Pearl River. But the bridge's greatest threat wasn't construction itself, it was nature. With typhoons frequently reaching Category 5 intensity, engineers knew these bridges had to withstand brutal forces. To ensure safety, cables were tested rigorously, simulating wind speeds exceeding 187 miles per hour, conditions more intense than even Hurricane Irma. Incredibly, these bridges weren't just built to survive storms, they were also designed with groundbreaking safety features. Special crash barriers, vigorously tested by smashing vehicles, including buses, into them, ensured that even the most reckless drivers couldn't threaten the structural integrity. Meanwhile, road surfaces employed cutting-edge epoxy asphalt, enhancing stability and durability while setting another construction record. These thoughtful details transformed mere structures into safe, resilient lifelines, bridging two thriving economies in the world's most populous nation. Yet, as the last cables were secured, another question loomed. Would this engineering wonder function as intended under the intense pressures of daily use? Or would unforeseen stresses push it beyond its limits? Could such ambitious infrastructure withstand the test of time and the relentless forces of nature? The world watches in awe. By 2023, the massive infrastructure project connecting Shenzhen and Zhongshan was nearing its completion, and the world was watching closely. Analysts, engineers, and international observers debated openly about whether China's ambitious plan could truly deliver on its promise, reshaping not only local economies, but also setting a new global standard for mega-project construction. Every piece of this complex puzzle, from artificial islands and submerged tunnels to towering bridges, represented the pinnacle of engineering innovation. But the true test remained. Would the completed route endure daily traffic, environmental pressures, and the relentless passage of time? International experts marveled at the project's scale, noting it wasn't just infrastructure, it was a statement, a clear demonstration of China's determination to lead the world in advanced engineering and infrastructure development. American and European companies, long seen as leaders in infrastructure innovation, began re-evaluating their own capabilities, acknowledging China's growing technological prowess. When the route finally opened in 2024, excitement rippled through global media. Early traffic overwhelmed expectations, with millions eager to experience the half-hour journey, dramatically shorter than previous 2-hour trips across the older human bridge. But soon, traffic stabilized, proving the system was not only revolutionary in design, but practical in execution. The results were transformative. Local economies flourished, logistical bottlenecks eased, and property values soared. The entire region experienced an economic renaissance, becoming a powerful testament to China's vision and capability. But beyond economic growth, the new route also captured global attention for another reason: its potential as a blueprint for future infrastructure projects around the world. Could China's innovation inspire similar mega-projects across continents, reshaping infrastructure approaches globally? Or would such ambitious undertakings remain unique to China's unparalleled willingness to push technological limits? Would other nations dare to follow China's example? Or was this project destined to remain a singular symbol of China's unique capabilities? The hidden environmental impact. As excitement over the new mega-project surged, environmentalists quietly raised concerns about potential long-term ecological impacts beneath the Pearl River's sparkling surface. While the Chinese government and engineers proudly showcased their innovative approaches to reduce ecological harm, critics wondered whether enough had been done to protect one of China's vital waterways. From the start, engineers had taken precautions. The creation of the artificial islands had employed groundbreaking methods that minimized disruption. Steel cylinders had been driven rapidly into the riverbed using advanced machinery, significantly cutting down on underwater disturbances and debris. Moreover, China deployed pioneering underwater 3D printers to construct foundations directly on the river bottom, reducing material waste and ecological damage. Yet, despite these advancements, the sheer scale of excavation, removing millions of tons of sand and sediment, inevitably altered the river's ecology. The riverbed's delicate balance was disrupted, potentially affecting marine habitats, fish populations, and water quality. Some experts warned that even small ecological shifts could have cascading effects, influencing wildlife throughout the region for years to come. To address these concerns, Chinese officials implemented rigorous monitoring programs. Teams of marine biologists continuously assessed water quality, tracked aquatic life populations, and even introduced measures to restore habitats disrupted during construction. Despite these proactive steps, skeptics wondered whether these measures would truly offset such massive changes. However, an unexpected benefit emerged. The project significantly reduced congestion and pollution caused by idling vehicles trapped in traffic jams. By slashing travel times between Shenzhen and Zhongshan from 2 hours to just 30 minutes, emissions dropped sharply, potentially offsetting some environmental damage from construction. But could reduced emissions on the surface truly compensate for ecological disturbances beneath the water? While early reports suggested limited negative impacts, critics remained skeptical, pressing for more transparency about long-term ecological monitoring. This debate raised broader questions about balancing human development with environmental responsibility. Would China's success story inspire further massive developments with hidden ecological costs? Or could it become a model for responsible mega-projects globally? Would the hidden cost beneath the river surface overshadow the project's apparent success, or would it prove manageable over time? Economic explosion. The cities transformed. With the ambitious bridge tunnel system operational, the cities of Shenzhen and Zhongshan entered an unprecedented economic boom. This infrastructural masterpiece was more than a convenient shortcut. It was a catalyst that reshaped the region's economic landscape, unleashing a wave of prosperity few had imagined possible. Shenzhen, already an economic powerhouse, expanded further, quickly solidifying its position as a global tech hub. Foreign investors, drawn by improved logistics, flooded into the city, pushing property values to unprecedented heights. High-tech firms multiplied, attracting thousands of young professionals eager to capitalize on new opportunities. New housing developments sprang up almost overnight, transforming Shenzhen's outskirts into thriving, vibrant neighborhoods. But the real story unfolded across the river in Zhongshan. Once overshadowed by its larger neighbor, Zhongshan suddenly found itself at the epicenter of rapid development. International corporations, previously hesitant due to transportation inefficiencies, began relocating factories and headquarters to the city, taking advantage of lower operating costs while maintaining easy access to Shenzhen's resources and markets. In just months, Zhongshan saw record levels of foreign investment, boosting employment, wages, and living standards. The Zhongshan Torch, high-tech industrial development zone, attracted major global corporations eager to build factories and research centers, further accelerating innovation and industrial growth. Small businesses flourished too, benefiting from the increased flow of people and goods. Restaurants, shopping malls, and entertainment venues opened rapidly, transforming Zhongshan's downtown into a bustling hub that mirrored Shenzhen's vibrant cityscape. The city's once sleepy streets now buzzed with activity day and night. But this newfound prosperity didn't come without challenges. As real estate prices soared, locals faced rising living costs, sparking concerns about affordability and inequality. The region's rapid growth strained public services and infrastructure, requiring the city governments to act swiftly to expand schools, hospitals, and public transportation networks. Still, the benefits far outweighed these growing pains. The region had become a prime example of how infrastructure investments could dramatically reshape urban economies, fostering innovation, job creation, and higher living standards. Could this success story inspire similar megaprojects worldwide, redefining how cities approach regional development? Or was this unique synergy of government ambition, technological innovation, and economic timing exclusive to China? China's new blueprint for global influence. Beyond its impressive scale and immediate benefits, the Shenzhen-Zhongshan megaproject served as a bold message from China to the world. The era of Chinese infrastructural dominance had arrived. This wasn't just about building bridges or tunnels. It was a strategic statement aimed at showcasing China's capabilities and influencing global perceptions of power. Observers worldwide recognized the underlying message. Western nations, long confident in their technological leadership, now saw China not merely as a competitor, but as a potential leader in infrastructure innovation. This shift prompted intense discussions in Europe and America about the urgent need to upgrade aging infrastructure or risk falling further behind. Developing countries watched even more closely, intrigued by China's demonstrated ability to rapidly execute ambitious projects. Nations across Africa, Asia, and Latin America, already recipients of Chinese investments through initiatives like the Belt and Road, now considered inviting China to implement similar mega projects within their borders, potentially reshaping their economic futures. But China's global infrastructure ambitions weren't without controversy. Skeptics in the West warned that China's growing influence through infrastructure projects carried hidden geopolitical costs. Could these impressive structures ultimately become tools of political leverage? Critics argued that while China's projects undeniably boosted local economies, they often left host nations indebted and dependent. They urged caution, emphasizing the need for transparency and fairness in international deals involving Chinese financing and construction firms. Nevertheless, China's success story was impossible to ignore. As infrastructure increasingly became a measure of national power, China positioned itself strategically, offering development solutions that were attractive to both wealthy and developing nations. This mega project not only symbolized technological advancement, but also marked a turning point in global economic dynamics. Would nations worldwide embrace China's infrastructure model, fundamentally reshaping global economic and political relationships? Or would caution and geopolitical considerations limit China's ability to export its infrastructure strategy abroad? The ripple effect. What's next? With the Shenzhen-Zhongshan corridor successfully completed, all eyes turned to China's next move. The project's profound impact sent ripples through China and beyond, inspiring planners, policymakers, and businesses worldwide. The message was clear. Large-scale infrastructure could fundamentally transform regions, economies, and perhaps entire nations. Internally, China wasted no time. Plans for similar mega-projects emerged rapidly, each more ambitious than the last. Projects to connect mainland China to Taiwan, linking remote regions with high-speed railways and ambitious intercontinental transportation corridors, began circulating among planners, capturing the imagination of both the public and private sectors. Globally, the project's success prompted countries to reevaluate their own infrastructure strategies. Europe and America accelerated plans to rebuild crumbling roads, bridges, and railways. Developing nations increasingly turned toward China, seeking investment, expertise, and guidance to replicate similar achievements. But perhaps the most lasting legacy was the confidence it instilled within China itself. Citizens witnessed firsthand their nation's ability to tackle immense challenges and deliver tangible, transformative results. Pride surged, along with expectations for even bolder innovations in the future. Yet, some questioned whether such massive undertakings were truly sustainable. Could China continue pushing infrastructure limits without eventually encountering insurmountable challenges, financial, environmental, or geopolitical? For now, however, the Shenzhen-Zhongshan corridor stood as undeniable proof of China's capabilities, reshaping global perceptions of infrastructure possibilities. Its success was clear. Traffic flowed smoothly, businesses thrived, and new economic opportunities flourished on both sides of the Pearl River. Could this become the template for future development worldwide, setting a new global standard for infrastructure? Or would this remarkable achievement remain unique, a spectacular exception rather than the rule? Only time would reveal whether China's stunning accomplishment represented a new dawn in infrastructure development, or the pinnacle of an unrepeatable moment in history, the unseen challenges beneath the riverbed. While the world admired the majestic bridges, groundbreaking tunnels, and futuristic islands, few realized the true complexity hidden beneath the Pearl River's murky waters. Behind closed doors, engineers and construction teams faced daunting, often unforeseen challenges. Problems so intricate they nearly derailed the entire multi-billion-dollar venture. From the outset, planners knew that digging beneath the riverbed wouldn't be easy, but reality proved even more challenging. Geological surveys initially indicated stable bedrock beneath the river. However, during excavation, engineers encountered unexpected pockets of soft, unstable clay. This posed serious risks to the tunnel's structural integrity and forced teams to quickly rethink their entire approach. These unforeseen geological challenges required specialized techniques. Engineers rapidly adapted by developing innovative grout injection methods, reinforcing unstable areas by pumping specialized concrete mixtures deep into the soft clay. This solution wasn't just about stability, it demanded precision, since even slight errors could have led to catastrophic tunnel collapses. In addition to geological surprises, the sheer volume of sediment removal presented logistical nightmares. Over 1 million tons of sand and debris had to be carefully dredged, without excessively disturbing marine ecosystems or creating dangerous sediment clouds that could damage equipment and obscure visibility underwater. Specialized dredgers, equipped with cutting-edge environmental safeguards, worked around the clock, precisely removing sediment layer by layer. Environmental activists closely monitored these dredging operations, raising alarms whenever turbidity levels exceeded safety thresholds. This external scrutiny added significant pressure to project timelines and forced China's engineers into a delicate balancing act between speed, safety, and ecological responsibility. Every dredging move was carefully measured, reported, and adjusted, turning a straightforward excavation into an intricate dance of technology, politics, and environmental diplomacy. Additionally, divers and underwater robotics faced unprecedented challenges. Conditions deep beneath the river were often treacherous, with low visibility, powerful underwater currents, and rapidly changing conditions. Robots, equipped with advanced sonar and laser scanning technology, became crucial in ensuring precision and safety. They operated continuously, monitoring the tunnel's stability and alerting engineers to potential structural weaknesses. Yet, despite the technological sophistication, human divers were still essential. They bravely navigated these difficult conditions, risking their lives in pitch-black waters, often having mere minutes to perform critical tasks. Their heroic efforts, largely unseen by the public, became crucial in ensuring the tunnel's safety, demonstrating once again that behind every technological marvel are human bravery and ingenuity. When construction finally concluded successfully, many involved breathed a collective sigh of relief. The unseen challenges, although rarely discussed, had tested human and technological limits. Could other megaprojects around the world replicate this success? Or was the Shenzhen-Zhongshan corridor uniquely resilient against such daunting obstacles? Engineering innovations that shocked the world. China's Shenzhen-Zhongshan megaproject wasn't just about solving local traffic problems. It became a showcase of groundbreaking engineering innovations. Every aspect of this project pushed technological boundaries, setting global benchmarks that would inspire future infrastructure around the world. One of the most impressive feats was the underwater 3D printing technology. While underwater 3D printing had previously been experimented with on a smaller scale, this project was among the first globally to apply it extensively in a high-stakes infrastructure scenario. Engineers created an underwater printing rig that laid concrete directly onto the riverbed, constructing precise, stable foundations for the enormous tunnel segments. This innovation significantly reduced both construction time and environmental damage, showcasing the potential of this emerging technology. Another key breakthrough involved the creation of a floating assembly factory, an innovation unprecedented in infrastructure projects of this magnitude. This floating marvel housed hundreds of skilled workers who meticulously assembled gigantic tunnel segments, each larger and heavier than an aircraft carrier. The factory then transported these colossal pieces across the river to their precise underwater positions, handling challenging currents and depth variations with remarkable accuracy. But the innovation didn't stop there. To connect these enormous segments underwater, engineers invented an advanced coupling system. This complex mechanism ensured that the segments seamlessly aligned with millimeter-level accuracy, creating a watertight seal capable of withstanding immense pressure. Never before had such precision been achieved in a submerged environment, marking another global first for China's engineering prowess. Above water, the bridge itself was equally revolutionary. Engineers developed and deployed a unique mobile construction robot, essentially a self-contained assembly system capable of swiftly building massive bridge towers. This robotic system dramatically sped up construction timelines while enhancing worker safety, reducing human labor at dangerous heights by over 60%. It became a standard-bearer for future automated bridge construction globally. To ensure the bridge's durability, China implemented groundbreaking corrosion-resistant materials developed specifically for this harsh marine environment. These advanced alloys significantly extend the bridge's lifespan, requiring minimal maintenance even in severe weather conditions. This technology set a new standard for bridge construction worldwide, promising longer-lasting, safer infrastructure. The project also introduced innovative smart systems for real-time monitoring. Embedded sensors within bridge structures constantly fed data back to control centers, detecting structural stresses, weather impacts, and even minor traffic incidents instantly. This data-driven approach allowed for preemptive maintenance, significantly enhancing safety and efficiency, transforming the Shenzhen-Zhongshan corridor into one of the world's smartest transportation infrastructures. Moreover, even the lighting systems in the underwater tunnels were revolutionary. Featuring intelligent LEDs that changed colors in response to environmental conditions and emergencies, these lights provided critical information to drivers, enhancing both comfort and safety. This approach redefined how infrastructure lighting could serve beyond illumination, becoming an integral part of the project's safety strategy. Through these remarkable innovations, China demonstrated its engineering leadership, proving capable of overcoming seemingly impossible challenges with technology and imagination. Could the world keep pace with China's relentless push toward technological dominance in infrastructure? Or had China irreversibly redefined the global standards for mega projects? The human cost behind China's mega projects. Behind every gleaming structure, every technological marvel, and every celebrated achievement lay stories rarely told: the human costs of China's monumental infrastructure projects. While the Shenzhen-Zhongshan project drew global admiration, it also highlighted the sacrifices made by thousands of workers, whose contributions often remained invisible. Workers on this project faced demanding physical conditions. Temperatures during construction regularly soared, making outdoor work grueling and hazardous. Dehydration, heat stroke, and exhaustion became everyday risks, requiring meticulous planning, protective gear, and careful monitoring of workers' health. Still, despite these precautions, the toll on human health remained significant. Underwater work posed even greater risks. Divers operated in complete darkness, navigating strong currents, unpredictable underwater environments, and constant dangers from heavy machinery. Even with advanced technology and safety protocols, human error or equipment failures could, and occasionally did, result in life-threatening incidents. The intense pressure to maintain strict project deadlines sometimes exacerbated these dangers. Moreover, while advanced robotics and automation reduced high-risk tasks, they also displaced many workers from safer, well-paying jobs. Skilled laborers found themselves replaced by machines, forcing many into lower-paying, less secure positions. While automation undoubtedly increased efficiency, it also raised questions about the balance between human employment and technological advancement. The psychological toll on workers was another hidden challenge. Extended time away from family and harsh working conditions placed significant emotional strain on many workers. Mental health support, though provided, was often insufficient, as the project's sheer scale made comprehensive psychological care difficult. Despite these hardships, workers maintained a sense of pride in their contribution. They knew their efforts were transforming their country, and this awareness fostered a strong camaraderie on construction sites. For many, participation became a point of honor, a legacy they would proudly pass on to future generations. Yet questions lingered about whether enough was done to ensure worker well-being. Critics argued China should better balance rapid development with humane labor practices, emphasizing that workers' rights and welfare shouldn't be secondary to national pride or global prestige. Would China's future projects learn from these human costs, improving labor conditions and safety? Or would workers continue to bear hidden burdens beneath the glamorous facade of mega projects? How China's river project changed the world forever. When China first started dredging millions of tons of sand beneath the Pearl River back in 2016, few imagined the scale of the global impact this ambitious project would ultimately have. Initially viewed merely as another domestic infrastructure achievement, the Shenzhen-Zhongshan corridor soon became a symbol of China's ability to reshape global perceptions about technology, innovation, and sustainable development. Internationally, the successful completion of this complex bridge-tunnel network sparked renewed interest in large-scale infrastructure developments, especially those involving underwater construction. Countries around the globe, from the United States to the United Arab Emirates, sent teams to study China's groundbreaking approach. The project became a living textbook, demonstrating how innovative technologies like underwater 3D printing, smart robots, and artificial islands could solve some of the world's toughest engineering challenges. Economically, the corridor significantly boosted trade and investment flows not only in China, but also inspired neighboring countries. By cutting travel time from 2 hours to just 30 minutes between two critical economic hubs, the project facilitated a surge in business interactions, logistics, efficiency, and urban development. It underscored the powerful economic benefits of strategically linking urban centers, influencing infrastructure planning from India's Mumbai coastal roads to Europe's ambitious underwater tunnel proposals. On the environmental front, China's careful balance between infrastructure growth and ecological preservation set a global precedent. The meticulous use of eco-friendly construction practices, such as advanced sediment management, eco-sensitive island creation, and the deployment of robots to monitor environmental impacts, redefined sustainability standards in large-scale construction. As global concerns about climate change grew, this project served as proof that infrastructure development could indeed coexist with environmental responsibility. Politically, China's technological showcase along the Pearl River amplified its status as a global leader in infrastructure innovation. The project's international recognition bolstered China's Belt and Road Initiative, enhancing diplomatic leverage and extending its global influence. Countries previously hesitant about partnering with China on mega projects became more receptive, viewing Chinese expertise as essential in achieving their own infrastructure goals. The Shenzhen-Zhongshan corridor also transformed perceptions within China itself. Millions of Chinese citizens saw firsthand the tangible benefits of their nation's technological advancement, fostering deeper national pride and confidence. For younger generations, especially aspiring engineers, scientists, and innovators, the project symbolized unlimited possibilities, inspiring them to envision even more audacious achievements for the future. Even more importantly, the project reshaped global dialogues about urban development and intercity connectivity. It proved that investing heavily in infrastructure wasn't just economically advantageous, but socially transformative, enhancing quality of life, reducing commute times, and fostering greater regional integration. The corridor didn't just connect two cities, it connected ideas, ambitions, and dreams. As the corridor entered full operation, the world had witnessed more than just another mega project. It saw an enduring legacy, an example of what humanity could achieve when ambition met ingenuity. But could this monumental success be replicated elsewhere? Or was the Pearl River project uniquely positioned to change the world? China's extraordinary vision under the Pearl River didn't just build bridges and tunnels, it reshaped our entire understanding of what's possible. Did this project inspire you, or do you see hidden costs behind its brilliance? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next big revelation.